Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. From the gun, the running back has it. Still on his feet at the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Flushed out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looked as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down. Going for a big play right off the bat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. With jet sweep pass. Sweet cut there. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. He'll do it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. And the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in the recruiting class.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to...
And the seam on the left. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs just Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Finding an escape route. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Quick handoff. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Carr. Using the quick game. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He'll try the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting a fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Got a little space. Kearney on the Jets. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Now improvising. Unleashes one. And Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now adjusting. He'll get rid of it. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked up. and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. He makes the catch inside the 25. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Working that wide receiver screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
Now they'll run the draw. Nice move to pick up yardage. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Plows through the defense. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
They'll go to the toss. He breaks a tackle. He has the 1st and still on his feet. There he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They'll try the right side. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 22 over Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man on the left. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. That's caught. It's Hudson. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots.